How's it going, all you beautiful hunters? Hope y'all are having very good hunts out there collecting all those shiny trophies. Today we're going after probably the hardest weapon to get in the game, honestly, the Beast Claw. It's a trick weapon that's associated with the Blood Beast Covenant. The weapon's description is a beastly weapon wielded by irreverent Izzy, crafted by chiseling the long bones of an undead dark beast, like Dark Beast Parl, and fastening them to the weapon. The bones are still alive, and when unleashed, grant its wielder a spurt of beastly power. This is I believe this is the only weapon in the game that in its transform mode lets you gain beasthood just by attacking. You don't need beast blood pellets for it. As flesh is flayed and blood is sprayed, the beast within awakens, and in time the wielder of this weapon surges with both strength and feverish reverie. I'm not sure what that word is, but I think that's how you say it. As far as the information on this weapon, it does have all three versions, so you can get a normal, uncanny, and lost variant. The normal is a radial triangle radial. The uncanny is a radial waning radial, and the lost has a radial triangular waning. So you can kind of pick up each of them depending on what you're wanting to do with the weapon. The regular form is a simple claw weapon, which is this, that is used like an extended fist. Transform mode morphs the hunter's arms into a werewolf form. So when you transform it, your left hand will actually appear as a werewolf. Your right hand stays about the same, but your offhand does transform into a werewolf with another claw on it. If you have the Beast's Embrace rune equipped, this weapon will gain additional attacks and change how the hunter fights. We'll go over the Beast Embrace rune here in just a second. The normal version of the weapon is found in the Elling-Loran Chalice Layer 2 treasure room. It's the treasure room on the right as soon as you come down the elevator after you beat the first boss, but before the second layer's lantern. Once you acquire it, you can buy it from the messenger bath for 34,000 blood echoes. It can be bought, or it used to be able to be bought from the messengers after a co-op session with someone who already had them. It only worked in Hunter's Dream before you fight Gehrman or Moon Presence. It's not needed to complete any Chalice dungeons, and we don't know if that was a glitch or intentional from the devs, but it was patched out either around 1.07 or 1.08 of the game. The uncanny version of the weapon can be found in Elling-Loran Root Chalice WXA3TWXP on Layer 2. Or it can be found in XMMFY2MK Layer 1, the first door on your left after spawning in the Chamber of the Seal, and it's much easier to get to for low-level hunters. I went through the painstaking task of getting to the Sumerian Queen, so I just innately was able to get it. It took forever to get the normal version. The Elling-Loran Chalice is a pain. The Lost Beast Claw can be found in Lower Loran Root Chalices. It can be found in the Sinister Lower Loran Root Chalice 7R2 Q7GS5 on Layer 3. It can be found in a Cursed Fetid Rotten Lower Loran Root Chalice XEQQU3T7 on Layer 1 at the end of the first side area on the right from the Chamber of the Seal. There's also a Blood Rock on Layer 2 for that glyph. So if you need to farm up some additional Blood Rocks and you don't want to go through the entire game all the way up to Mikolash to get a Blood Rock, you can use that glyph to farm Blood Rocks. As far as notes from the weapon, regular form of this weapon acts like a simple claw weapon. It's useful for quick attacks against opponents when you aren't quite ready for the Transform Claw's Beasthood mode. However, keep in mind that this weapon has a slightly faster attack speed when it is transformed. You can kind of learn to strike the opponent and unleash a full fury of Beast Claw when utilizing increased damage dealt from beasthood, because as beasthood builds up, your damage goes up very rapidly. A lot of speedrunners and a lot of regular players use beasthood to take down bosses insanely quick. The rally ability with the Beast Claw is slightly higher in regular form than its transformed mode. When transformed, the attacks in the stance will create a perpetual beast blood pellet effect. Use the actual beast blood pellet, it will not change anything in regards to beasthood generated. In fact, if you use it, it resets the beasthood meter when the pill's effect wears off, which can be harmful depending on how much damage you're trying to do or how quickly you're trying to kill something. Transforming back into the regular form will not reset the beasthood meter, so you can actually build up beasthood or start building beasthood and switch over to like the saw cleaver and use the R1, L1, L1, L1 transform combo to continuously run beasthood. It's very tricky. Now, I wouldn't really recommend that, honestly. The fast attacks of the weapon make it ideal for poison blood gems. It can be buffed with Firebolt and the empty phantasm shell. You can also modify its damage type with blood gems. But since the non-physical damage ones don't affect its beasthood, while still incurring the defense penalty, high arcane builds aren't very effective with the weapon. And when facing mobs of enemies, you have to use the attack speed to do hit and runs. It does have some multi-attacks, but in general it's not a weapon suited for fighting mobs. Keep in mind it can kill enemies very quickly if you have high beasthood, which it lets you rack up beasthood pretty quickly. And as far as the Beast Embrace, it's a Carol rune which was added with the old Hunters DLC. When it's equipped, it transforms the player into the Ghastly Beast. This is one of the two covenants that involves transforming the hunter into a non-human form. The other one is the Lumenwood Kin Covenant. The hunter receives a permanent beasthood meter only when using Beast Claw, transformed or not. Also radically changes how the hunter behaves both in the movement and in attack pattern, but only with the Beast Claw. Most noticeably, the hunter will howl and screech like a beast when attacking and doing certain movements. You get it by defeating Lawrence the First Vicar. Like every other rune, you have to use a rune workshop tool to equip it. You also receive reduced fall damage, and damage against beast down effect on cursed blood gems does not activate when you have it equipped. So that's, actually pretty good. It does change quite a bit of the Beast Claw's attack patterns. I don't have the DLC, so I'm not going to be able to show this off, but I did want to let you know where to get the Beast Embrace rune that will change the attack patterns. So let's hop over to the game real quick. I'm going to show you the Beast Claw, show you kind of its attack patterns, and show you what it says by it will run a beasthood meter for you. Alrighty guys, and here we are in Hunter's Dream.
Welcome home, good hunter.
And this is the Beast Claw. It is an odd, strange looking weapon. But this is the L1 attacks. They're very quick, very, very powerful. You have a charged R2, which lets you launch enemies. And this is what it means by it transforms you in the transformed state. You actually end up with a werewolf left arm. It does kind of transform your right arm, not as much though, but your attacks change to two-handed back and forth slashes. Your R2 will actually end up pancaking most enemies in the game. And that's even with most, smaller sized bosses. Its L2 attack is leaping, and you can actually combo it into a pancake attack where it just slams them onto the ground. But the L2 attack is a bit slow. So let's hop over, we're just going to jump to Central Yharnam real quick, and I'll show you kind of way it builds up beasthood. Alrighty, so here we are. I forgot I hadn't killed this guy yet. He actually pops out of this window right here. So as you can see, we don't have beast blood meter up there. I've not popped a beast blood pellet, and as soon as we start attacking him, we don't get anything in the untransform, but when you transform it, now you start getting beast blood, and it builds up very rapid. So let's go down here and just take out some enemies real quick, and we'll just kind of show you the whole beasthood aspect of it. And it builds up real quick. As you can see, that's actually a good bit of beasthood, even comparing it to like the Saw Cleaver's transform attack with beasthood. I believe it's actually Blood Moon phase that this guy breaks out of here, so if you ever warp in here, he's probably going to jump out after you. And I actually believe this is who gives you the flame sprayer if you don't want to get it through the badge and messenger bath. You have to come back here, I believe, either after Vicar Amelia or after one of the other bosses. Can't come here after Rom, so it's either trying to think. Yeah, I believe it is Vicar Amelia. You come back here and you can get the flame sprayer, or right after Gehrman. But guys, there you go. That is another weapon down.
Farewell, good hunter.
I don't really know what more to say about the weapons, but this one here, oh, it is strong. And one of my favorite weapons in the game. So, until next time, guys, enjoy hunting all those shiny trophies. Hit the subscribe button. You know, if you think these videos aren't a waste of time, click the little thumbs up button and that little notification bell to know when I make more weird crap for you to figure out what I mean in order to get another trophy.
May you find your worth in the waking world.